Okay, right now let's gonna see how to fill out the residential lease for apartment or unit in multifamily rental, including mobile home, condominium. Okay, let's gonna start on the first page. This is just a non-lawyer disclosure. We need to put the name of the realtor that is doing that that is filling out that form. Okay, so I'm gonna put my name. Has to be in 5 times. Basically, what I'm telling, I'm not an attorney, and I cannot give legal advice. Perfect. Now what I need to write, if I read that contract to my potential tenant, oh, he knows English. If he knows English, you mark here. If he cannot read English, okay, you mark here, and it was read by. Normally it goes my name if I am the one who read that to him. Okay, here goes my signature of the landlord or tenant. Okay, let's gonna start with the contract. Okay, normally we have a period of 12 months. Normally it's for a month. Remember that also we as realtor here in Florida, we cannot do for a term, we can never exceed 1 year. Okay, so maximum is 12 months. So I'm gonna say that I'm gonna start. It's gonna think that I'm gonna start in May 1st. Okay, and it's gonna end. I'm sorry, not this one. 1 day before. Okay, now here goes the owner of the property. Okay, and here go the name of the potential tenants. Okay, so here go the landlord's email. If I know, I don't know the landlord's email right now because I'm sending, but I know my tenant's email, so I'm gonna put here. And if you have the telephone number, you write the telephone number here. Okay. Okay, that's gonna think that they want to lease an apartment unit 201 in the building located at name of the condominium. If you know it, if you don't know, you don't write it. In the city of that is Hallam. Okay, together with the following furniture and appliances. We need to write the appliances here, so we need to put, if you know the specifics of the appliances, even better, but if not, we would just whatever we have, like a refrigerator, oven. Let's see. Oven, washer and dryer. Okay, you put the more and you can, but if you know the brands and you know, the more you put, the better. Okay, rent payments and charges. Tenant shall pay rent for the premises in installment of. Let's go to think that they're gonna pay $1,000 each on the first of each month. Okay, that's a rental period. Okay, tenant shall pay with each rental all taxes imposed on by the rent taxing authority. The amount of taxes payable at the beginning of the date of the lease is 0 because normally it's included on the rent. installments. Here we go again. $1,000. Okay, we go to the second page. Okay, we said that the rent was going to be on May the 1st, right? Okay, if the tenancy starts another day, what we do is prorate. Imagine that it starts on in the 5th or in the 15th. Okay, we can prorate here. It's not the case. We're going to start on the 1st. Okay, and they're going to give a security deposit that's going to be for $1,000. They're going to give $2,000. That is for okay, so it's the last month plus the security. Those are the three amounts that they ask. Okay, if there is a pet deposit, we have to put here. There is no pet deposit here. A late charge of the amount. Okay, you can put here. Imagine that is $50. Okay, if the lease payment is made more than 5 days after the due, or if it's a bad check, we can also put $50. That can be any amount. Can be $30, can be $25, can be $100, whatever. Okay, not to exceed $20 or 5% of the lease payment. Okay, I don't know if there is any other charge or whatever you can put here. Notices. Okay, normally we place here the name of the owner if he is the one or she is the one that is going to receive notices if there is a problem. Okay, so we're going to put here, or if they have someone that makes the maintenance for them, we can put the name over there. Okay, and here we put either the address or a phone number, the way that you want to be contacted. It can be an email. Okay. Okay, right now if you don't check, nothing from here works. But if you don't check, landlord may adopt, modify, or repeal rules and regulations for the use of common area and conduct on the premises during the lease term. Okay. If you don't mark this one, okay, it seems that tenant might not keep or allow pets or animals in the premises. Okay, if you don't mark this one, no smoking is permitted on the premises. Okay, now here we need to put who is in charge of all these maintenances. Okay, smoke detectors. Normally it's the landlord, but can be either of them. Okay, extermination of rats, roaches, ants. Okay, if it's a condo, normally is included in the maintenance. That's why I put it on the landlord. But that can be negotiated. Can be also on the tenant side. Lock and keys. Normally I put that to the tenants, because if they broke a key or a lock, okay, they need to change it. Clean and safe conditions. Normally it's to the landlord. Garbage removal. Normally it's to the landlord because it's done with the association. Okay, running water is the landlord. Hot water is the landlord. Lawn, we can put the landlord anyway because it's maintained by the association. Okay, heat, air conditioner normally is the landlord. Can be also negotiated. In that case, furniture, there is no furniture, so we leave it blank because as there is no furniture, there is nothing that it doesn't apply here. Okay, appliances normally is the landlord. Fixtures normally is the landlord. Pool really is the association. Hidden filters. Okay, filters normally is the tenant because he's the one that needs to change either every 30 days or 90 days. Okay. Okay, here you can put, if you need to put something. Normally what we put here is renter's insurance. And that is because I believe it's fair that he has an insurance. You know, the landlord has to have insurance and the renter has to have insurance. Okay, utilities. Tenant shall pay all charges of hookup, connection, deposits, whatever, except normally are the ones that that are given by the maintenance or the association. So you can put maybe the water is already paid with the monthly payment. Okay, so we can put water here. Okay, if not, you just leave it blank or put NA, not applicable. Okay, if this building was built before 1978, there is a lead warning statement, and we need to mark here. Okay, if we mark here, we need to initial all these parts. If it's not marked, this doesn't apply. Okay, let's gonna think that this building was built before January the 1st, 1978. Okay, so I'm gonna mark this one. Okay, here it says where it says that the landlord has to initial if A or B. The A is presence of lead-based paint or lead-based paint hazards. Okay, does he know something? If he knows, it's gonna put here and it's gonna write how he find out that there are lead-based paint. If he doesn't know, he mark here lessor has no knowledge of lead-based paint. Okay, let's gonna think that he doesn't know. Okay, records of reports available at lessor. If the owner has any records, yes, he's gonna provide, and you can mark here. If he doesn't have any reports or records, he's gonna mark here. Okay, here is marked by the potential tenant. Lessee has received copies of all information listed above. Lessee has received of the pamphlet Protect Your Family from Lead in Your Home, that you can find it on the form Simplicity. It's just how to protect yourself from the lead-based paint. Okay, and here is an initial from the agent that says that the agent has informed the lessor of the lessor obligation under 42 U.S.C. 4852D and is aware of her responsibility to ensure compliance. Everything is about the lead-based paint. Here goes the lessor signature, the lessee signature, and the agent signature. Okay, and of course in every page it needs to be initialed by tenant and landlord. Let's go to the next page. Okay, tenant's personal property. If this box here is initial, okay, the tenant agrees that upon surrender, abandonment, or recovery of possession of the dwelling units due to a death of the last remaining tenant, as provided by Chapter 83 Florida Statute, the landlord shall not be liable or responsible for storage or disposition of tenant personal property. Okay, and then we have here landlord signature with the date, tenant signatures with the date. Of course, if landlords are one, it's going to sign one. If it's two, it's going to sign two. If it's more, we add a line. Also with the tenants. Okay, name of individual, and here goes the name of the realtor who make it sign, to help how to fill that thing. So I'm going to put my name of the business, address, and phone number. Okay, perfect. Okay, now we make it initial in all the pages. Okay, and this is the last page, is the early termination fee or liquidated damage addendum. Well, we have to choose between those two things. One is that I agree, provided that by the rental agreement, to pay X dollars that normally we cannot accept 2 months, and normally we put 2 months here, that it should be something like that. Okay, as liquidated damages or an early termination fee. If I like to terminate the rental agreement and the landlord waives the right to seek additional rent beyond the month in which the landlord retakes possession, or maybe they do not agree and the landlord, if I put this one, he can go forward the tenant for the whole contract. Why did they create this addendum? Because normally the amounts